ما الله من يقرأ الفاتحة. Inshallah, before we begin, there is a kind request for the recitation of 5 times Amma Yujib al-Mutar. A sister is in a critical situation in London, and her family requested from us to recite on her behalf, that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala cure her with His cure. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الذي جعل الحمد وسببا للمزيد من فضله ودليلا على آلائه وعظمته، ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين الذي سمي في السماء بأحمد وفي الأرضين بأبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. صلى على محمد. طب القلوب ودوائها ونور أبصارها، وعلى أهل بيته الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. صلى على محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم أدخل على أهل القبور السرور. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. Once again, we thank Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for gracing us with this moment and this opportunity, tonight being the 14th night of this holy month of Allah and the month of the Ummah. We are nearly finishing the first half of the holy month of Ramadan. Tomorrow night will be the last night of our series of discourse and discussions, which will mark the 15th of the holy month of Ramadan. And then inshallah we'll begin with our journey towards the last 15 of the holy month of Ramadan. What is important, as I keep mentioning right from the first night of my discourse, is to maximize the opportunities that are available for us to reform and to change and become better human beings in this holy month of Ramadan. Right from the beginning, I'm definitely sure all of us thought the month is going to be very long, but look at how the month has been going. We sleep, we wake up, we go to work, another night, another day. Tonight is the night of the 14th, and tomorrow is Nisf. In few days down the line, we'll all begin with the A'mal of Qadr. So therefore, the successful ones are those who grab these opportunities of Ramadan with all arms and realize a very strong and tremendous spiritual growth and social growth by the end of this holy month. So therefore, I once again inspire you and encourage you and encourage myself that you know your weak points as an individual, as a person, and you know your strong points. Work on those weak points, because the opportunity is given to us by Allah in this month cannot be found in any other months of the year. We don't have much time. This is the time I normally finish my lecture. So inshallah, allow me tonight not to take much of the time and dwell on the subject and the topic in question. What I've just quoted is the dua which we are highly recommended by Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam to recite after every salah in this holy month of Ramadan. Each dua comes with a unique inspiration and a very unique lesson. And these dua that I've just recited, we normally recite them either after Asr or after Isha. And in Fajr, we recite both dua. I just quoted the beginning of the dua, which has to do with the topic of discussion. Allahumma adkhil ala ahli al-qubur as-surur. That's the dua we make every single day and night of the holy month of Ramadan. We are pleading with Allah and asking Allah to do just one thing for us, to send the happiness and comfort to the people of the grave. Meaning we are asking Allah that our late family members, our late brothers and sisters and friends and neighbors, do not deny them your favor in their life of barzakh. Now what we do tonight is a very simple thing. It's like 1 + 1. Our topic will be the spirit of visiting our loved ones at cemetery. Meaning, I want us tonight to understand how crucial and important it is to visit our loved ones and late fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters and neighbors now and then in our lives, so long as we are in this dunya. And our examination will be a very simple examination. Number 1, we will look at simple teachings of the Holy Prophets and Ahlul Bayt on the permissibility of visiting our loved ones at cemetery. And then the second stage of the examination, still through the tradition of Prophet and Ahlul Bayt, we will look at the philosophy of visiting our loved ones who are not with us in this dunya. And thirdly, we'll look at the benefits of visiting them. And then, of course, last but not least, we will look at the etiquette and the disciplines of going to cemetery. Meaning when I visit, I go to Kabristan, what sort of attitude and behaviors am I supposed to put up? Or do I just go to Kabristan, I enter, and then I go out? Or no, there are certain teachings that we have to follow. Because when you look at all these teachings, brothers and sisters, it helps one to send that happiness to the people of the grave. Just making the dua alone is not enough. The requirement for the acceptance of every dua is the action that follows the dua. If I ask Allah, adkhil ala ahli al-qubur as-surur, and my action does not conform with someone who indeed has a sense of urgency for Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala to send comfort and happiness to the people of the grave or cemetery, then Allah will not answer the dua. No doubt, within the religion of Islam, there are so many teachings on the permissibility of visiting our loved ones. Here I'm not talking only visiting prophets or Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam or Awliyaullah. That one we know, there is no question about it. I'm talking about this particular person who is your neighbor. And this person who used to stay with you together under one roof. Your mom, your dad, your friend, your sister, your neighbor, the person who is sitting next to you in the mosque or in Imam Bara. I'm talking of the permissibility of visiting that person. Because your visitation will ensure that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala forgives that person. I begin with one riwayah from our beloved Prophet. It is narrated that the Holy Prophet of Islam one moment raised up his hands and said, Ya Allah, grant me permission to visit my mother, Aminatu bint Wahb, the mother of Rasulullah. You know, he lost his mom when he was very young. He lost his father before he arrived in this world. So he asked Allah to grant him the permission to visit his mom. And Allah granted him that permission through Jibreel alayhi salam. And when he visited the mom, he made dua. And then immediately after, he looked at his companions. And he said to his companions, "Oh, my beloved companions, do not ever forget to visit your loved ones, especially your mothers and your fathers who are not with you in this world." So this just to indicate to you, it is permissible, it is permitted. It is not shirk, like the way others think it's shirk. It is agreed and sanctioned by Rasulullah and by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Another second riwayah which I want to share with you is from our beloved 8th Imam, Imam Ali ibn Musa Rida alayhi salam. Imam Rida is reported to have said that if you, my lovers and followers, for whatever reason you cannot visit me in Khurasan or visit any of your imams, then visiting your loved ones will compensate that. You don't have money. Not everybody is blessed with dunya. You don't have the means. Why you want to stress yourself? Why you want to borrow money and you know you can't pay? Why you owe people and you want to use your money to go for ziyarah? No benefit. I mentioned the other night. Ali ibn Musa Rida alayhi salam is telling us, brothers and sisters, lovers and followers of Ahlul Bayt and Rasulullah, if for whatever reason you cannot visit us, do not worry. Visit ikhwanikumul mu'mineen, your mu'mineen brothers and sisters. It will be regarded as visiting A'immatul Masumin alayhi wassalam. Same way we have another riwayah from Imam Musa al-Kadhim salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayh. Amazing riwayah where Imam Musa al-Kadhim said, number one, if for whatever reason you cannot come to us, because times will come, security, financial difficulties and hardship, one may not be able to go. And then Imam Musa al-Kadhim added, if for whatever reason you cannot show us the love you're supposed to show us, he said, visit your loved ones and show love to your loved ones. You will be regarded as visiting us and showing love to us. So therefore, these riwayat highlight that we are all permitted to visit our loved ones who are not with us. Now, second stage of the examination, also another 3 riwayah I want to share with you, no time. What is the philosophy and visiting our loved ones? Because you find we are very lucky, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you. It's just stone throw. You walk, you go to cemetery. There are people who don't know where their parents are. Today people are dying like flies. And nobody knows where his loved ones are buried. Saddam used to kill people and warn the people that if you dare even have a majlis for your loved ones, you will be arrested and persecuted. We are lucky. All of you are lucky. Even somebody like me, if I look at myself, as I was telling some of the youth, you know, I lost my dad when I was 3 months old. So always when I go to Ghana, I struggle to locate where my father is. and it pains me and I cry. They will take me every now and then when I go this way, that way, this way, that way. So I always look at people and say, you guys are lucky. You here in Mombasa, every day you can pass by, if you like, and pay that respect and visit. And look at the philosophy of that. The first tradition is from our beloved Prophet again, where the Holy Prophet said, visit your loved ones at cemetery and go to their graves, because فَإِنَّ زِيَارَتَكُمْ تُذَكِّرُكُمُ الْآخِرَةِ, because your ziyarah of them remind you of akhirah. When you go there, it reminds you that one moment you will also go where they are. And one riwayah said, if you visit them, it will remind you of death. So this is the first philosophy. The second philosophy is reported from our beloved first Imam. Said, فَإِنَّ مَوْتَاكُمْ يَفْرَحُونَ بِزِيَارَتِكُمْ, because your loved ones, they become happy when you visit them. Because you see, narration says, according to our chief Imam, whenever you visit your loved one, that person is informed and told, Fulan is here to visit you. And because of that Fulan, your status is elevated in the life of a barzah. So therefore, Amir al-Mu'mineen said, يَفْرَحُونَ بِزِيَارَتِكُمْ. It's like we are in this dunya, there are things that makes us happy and there are things that we find boring. Those in graves, they console themselves with our visitation. Allah informed them. Allah tell them who is visiting. And the last philosophy from a riwayah also from our first Imam, which is said, if any one of you visit your loved ones, and then you go down and put your hand on top of the grave and recite Inna Anzalna 7 times, Amina min Fazi'il Akbar. You the one who goes and do that, place your hand. This is not done only on the day of burial. It is recommended to do that whenever you visit. Imam said, you are saved and protected from the punishment of the day of Qiyamah. And then Imam said, if you do that, your marhum will be forgiven by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because you know in Barzah, forgiveness goes in series depending on the sin of a person. So if the sin, na'udhu billah, is a very big one, so every move you make, Allah reduce certain level of that sin. Every move you make, certain level of that sin. Every move you make, so the more you visit them, the better chance they stand with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now what are the benefits of that visitation? To us and to our marhumin, in addition to what we've just mentioned. The first benefit, no doubt, they will be forgiven by Allah. Once you go there and you stand there and do some dua, Allah will sympathize. The time you spend, the energy you spend, Allah will not let that energy go astray. That mayyit will receive something because of what you do. Number 2 benefit, your relation with that mayyit will be more. That is why some people are able to see their loved ones in a happiness mood in their dreams. This is not by chance. It happens when you show more love and concern with your loved ones. So visiting them, the love becomes more. Meaning, their soul and your soul get closer and closer and closer. Number 3, your hajat are fulfilled by Allah. Your hajat, you want your hajat of whatever you are looking for in life. Our beloved first Imam said, oh my people, if you have any hajat and you want Allah to fulfill it on your behalf, and you've been trying every nook and cranny and you are unable to achieve that, visit your loved ones and pray for them. By the time you get back, Allah will fulfill your hajat. This is a benefit. And we have so many traditions on that, by the way. Why is it that Allah will fulfill my visit one? Because that person needs that maghfirah more than any other thing. And because he spent time to go there for Allah to grant him that maghfirah, your affairs of dunya will also be taken care of by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And another benefit is that, and this is very beautiful in traditions, that whenever you realize you are so excited, so, sometimes you get so excited and you tend to forget seriousness. Rasulullah said, visit grave to balance that excitement. Sometimes you get so much excited, you start committing sins. Rasulullah said, go to cemetery. Spend few moments there, and that excitement will come under control. And the same way Rasulullah said, whenever you realize you are very sad, you are not in mood at all, switched off. It happens sometimes. Out of blue, you don't feel good and you don't want to see people. It happens. Sometimes, people, they don't even want to see their wives or husbands because of whatever. The Holy Prophet said, the best way to overcome that, visit cemetery. Go there. By the time you come out, you will overcome that mood. This is the benefit of visiting our loved ones. And Imam Rada also mentioned, one benefit is that is al-uns bihim. The people of the grave, they console themselves with your visits. They enjoy the visits. They love it so much. They crave your visits. Each and every minute they expect someone to come there and recite something for them. So this is the benefit. But now on top of all the benefits is visiting mom and dad. Visiting our mothers and fathers, it assumes a higher level and status in the eye of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Where we have so many traditions that says, if a son or a daughter decide to visit the parents and to whatever dua, some scholars say just over Surah Al-Fatiha, there is no barrier between that Fatiha and the acceptance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Rasulullah said the same thing. Utlubu hawaijakum inda ziyarati abikum abaikum wa ummahatikum. Ask for your hajat to be fulfilled when you visit your mothers and fathers. Today you have people, they struggle sometimes in life. And there are certain simple things that, of course, if your parents are in dunya, the least you do, take up your hand, kiss their hand. Just kiss their hand. Finish. Tell them, bless me, recite Fatiha for me. I want to achieve something. You will come back and tell me. It's as simple as that. So same way when they are in Barza, don't forget them. When you use money for something, put some share for them, go to the grave, pray for them. The last examination, then I leave you with it. Etiquette and discipline of visiting our loved ones. Because many of us, we don't like to visit cemetery. Some they go on Eid day only. And some even Eid day, they have time. They prefer to chill around. They chill. They don't visit. When they visit their loved one, they are in a hurry to go. I think as a community, we need to encourage people. We need to encourage more. Let's not forget them. We will also go there. Number one, etiquette. It is recommended you enter cemetery in wudu. It's not wajib. It's recommended. Because you are visiting your loved ones. So you want every dua you make to be accepted by Allah. So you go there in wudu. Because wudu is nur, is light. It purifies you of whatever sin immediately. So when you go there, that's number one. Number two, don't walk on graves. It's not acceptable. No matter how in a hurry you are. It is not acceptable to walk. And I see people, they go, it's against the etiquette and the adab of visiting cemetery. Number three, laughing at cemetery is against the adab. Whoever laughs doesn't have adab. You going to see someone buried, or your father, you are serious, you want to make dua, and you're laughing. It's not acceptable. It's against adab of visiting cemetery. 4, talking of dunya. Anything related to dunya, anything you can think of. It's like itikaf. When you come itikaf, I'm told you do itikaf. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll touch a little bit on it. You don't have to talk dunya. You talk dunya, you violate it. Unless life and death. So same way when I go to cemetery, one of the discipline and shara'at is that I don't talk of anything of dunya. So therefore it's better you put your phone on silent or you keep it there. When you're out, you start talking. Better. And then the next one, which is also very, very important. If you go at least, if nothing at all, you recite Surah Al-Fatiha. If you know nothing at all, recite Surah Al-Fatiha next to your loved ones. But may Allah bless those people. I've seen people in Nairobi, I don't know here, even there, they will find every month, I know people in our community, they will take muallims and themselves, they will stand, sit there and recite Yasin uncountable. Some even will recite the complete Quran with muallims. So if we approach one of our seniors there and I say, why you say, no, for my mom. This is what I can give my mom. So therefore you find that why I said at least recite Surah Al-Fatiha. Another etiquette of visiting the grave, trees on top of graves, don't cut them off. When they put tree as alama or a sign, whatever, leave it there where it is. It is part of the etiquette of visiting cemetery. And also another etiquette which we are highly recommended to do is to sprinkle water on the grave. Because they said water is a source of love and mercy. And Allah gave life to everything through water. So when you go, you sprinkle water, grasses around you clean. And that is the last point where Rasulullah said, when you visit your loved ones, ensure that you clean the place nicely. So however, I urge you, brothers and sisters, most of you here, you are the older generations of Mombasa. Hence, all the boys and girls here born here in Mombasa. So I'm sure your fathers and mothers are here. Show them lot of love. Allah will show you that love when your time is up. And alhamdulillah, the culture of reciting majalis at graves are very important. It's something that will bring happiness to the people of the grave. But you also dedicate your time and visit your loved ones. Dedicate your time. Go quietly with your family. Sit there. Spend some time there. And pray for them. That will, inshallah, make them more happy. So we ask Allah to inspire us to visit them, inshallah. So we conclude again by taking our hearts to the holy land of Karbala al-Muqaddasa and remembering Abul Fadl al-Abbas alayhi afdalu salati wa thana. No doubt his beloved mom, al-Baneen al-Arba, she could not make it to Karbala. But when Imam Zainul Abidin came back, when he asked that poet to recite, Ya ahla Yathrib la mukama lakum biha qutil al-Husayn. Oh, the people of Yathrib, meaning people of Medina, you've lost your honor and dignity because Hussein is being killed. Imam Zain al-Abidin narrated to the people of Medina what happened and transpired on the 10th day of Muharram. Al-Baneen would visit Jannatul Baqiyah. Narration says she would collect sand and would prepare 5 domes out of the sand. And she would begin to cry and lament. So people of Medina would come next to Al-Baneen al-Arba. Oh, Al-Baneen, we know that you lost only 4 sons in Karbala. Why are you making 5 domes out of the sand of Jannatul Baqiyah? The response of Al-Baneen would be, Wallah, my 5th son is Aba Abdullah al-Husayn. And Al-Baneen would say, I do not believe that Abbas left Hussein alone in Karbala. Hence, whenever Abbas' name would be mentioned, Al-Baneen would never cry. Imam Zain al-Abidin approached Al-Baneen. He said, Ya Al-Baneen, why is it that whenever Abbas is mentioned, I do not see you crying and tears not overflowing from your eyes? She said, yes, I do not believe Abbas left Hussein alone. Then Imam Zain al-Abidin began to narrate what happened on the 10th day of Muharram. He said, oh Amma, Al-Baneen, I saw uncle came for permission. My father granted permission. He went to the water of Furat to bring water to Sakina, to Ali al-Asghara. But Abbas, he got to take the water, but all of a sudden Uncle Abbas addressed his soul. My soul, you cannot afford to drink from this cold water, because your master will be fed from the syrup of sword. Imam Zalam said, oh Al-Baneen, I saw Uncle Abbas going, and someone appeared from behind and chopped off the right hand of Abbas. Then he said, then Abbas was trying to go, then all of a sudden someone appeared from left, and he chopped off the left hand of Abul Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam. Then at the end she began to cry, and she said, yes, indeed, I never doubted that Abbas stood next to Abu Abdullah. But I leave you with this final line. You know, when Abbas fell down on the 10th day of Muharram, you know, Harmala struck an arrow went straight to the right eye of Abbas. And the cloth of blood blocked the eye of Abbas. And you know, when Abbas was born, and he was in cradle, Abbas only opened the eye when Abu Abdullah took Abbas. So when Abu Abdullah was slowly getting next to the body of Abbas, Abbas called out. He said, oh man, do not hurt me. They hurt me so much. Allow me to bid farewell and pay my last respect to my Mawla Hussein alayhi salam. Then Abu Abdullah said, oh Abbas, don't you recognize your brother? Allahu Akbar. Everyone would come and said, Hussein, Hussein, Hussein. But Hussein would say, Abbas, Abbas, Abbas. But that final dialogue between them breaks the heart of the lover of Abu Abdullah. Abbas said, oh Abu Abdullah, I want you to say sorry to Sakina. I am unable to bring water to her. Ya Abba, Ya Hussein, say sorry to Zainab. I will not be there to defend her. Then he said, oh Abu Abdullah, take my clothes back to my mom, Al-Baneen. But the final word from Abbas struck the heart of the lover. He said, oh Hussein, when I was born, I opened my eye when you were holding me. But I'm dying now. You are next to me and I cannot open my eye. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Wa saya'lamu alladhina zalamu ayya munqalabin yanqalibun. Wal akibatu lil muttaqin. We ask Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, the lady that we prayed for earlier on, may Allah grant her the shafa, inshallah. Our marhumin, may Allah tabarak wa ta'ala grant them Jannat al-Firdausa. May God Almighty forgive all our shortcomings and accept our amal and efforts in this holy month of Ramadan. If ever there is any sin that we are not yet forgiven by Allah in this first half of the holy month, Ya Allah, we ask you as we prepare ourselves to embrace the second half, make it easy that we are all forgiven of our shortcomings, inshaAllah. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى اللهم على محمد وآله الطاهرين.